Welcome back to another class of virtual science. And I told you I would help you with some of these worksheet assignments to make sure that you're not getting yourself too lost or too frustrated. So this is page 10 in the work packet. And I'm going to go over some of these Bohr models. So this first one's probably done for us. And I included the electron pattern right up here at the top of the page. So there's 2 electrons on the first energy level. When it's full, we go to the second energy level, which can have up to 8 electrons. If that's full, we go to the third energy level, and that can have up to 8 electrons. When that's full, we go to the fourth energy level, and that can have up to 2. Now, I didn't continue the chart, but we know that if that 2 was full, we would go down here, and there could be 10 more back on the third energy level, and then we could go to the fourth and have 6. Also included a picture link so you can check the diagrams at the end. Okay, so we look at this model, which is already mostly done, and we see that carbon has an atomic number of 6, so that tells us it has 6 protons. To find the neutrons, we take the 12 minus the 6, so it also has 6 neutrons. Because the atom is neutral, there's 6 positive protons. That means there's 6 negative electrons. And you can see in this model that they have all the electrons. 2 here plus 4 is 2 plus 4 is 6. We have the 6 protons and 6 neutrons in the nucleus. And we see that there's 4 balanced electrons on this model. So that tells us carbon should be in family 4. There's 1, 2 energy levels. There's 2 electrons in the first energy level and then 4. So carbon should be in period 2. How many dots should be in the dot diagram? Well, we said it's in family 4, and it has 4 balanced electrons, so there should be 4 dots in the dot diagram. And we can go ahead and put the dots on. And we're going to go in groups of 2 around the symbol clockwise. I'm going to put an extra one here someplace. Okay. All right. And let's check the periodic table. Okay, we find carbon right here. It's in family 4, and it's on this second period going across. So it's right where we said that it should be in family 4 and in period 2. Now our neon tells us it has an atomic number of 10 and a mass of 20. Atomic number tells us it has 10 protons. To find the number of neutrons, we take 20 minus 10, which is 10, and then the number of electrons is always equal to the number of positive protons. So negatives and positives always balance out. Now we're ready to make the nucleus of this atom. We can put the 10 positive protons in there, and we can put the 10 neutrons in there. Now, our model should have 10 electrons, so we look at this pattern. 2 can go on the first energy level, and if it's full, then 8 can go on the second energy level. Well, 2 plus 8 is 10, so the model is complete. So we have all the parts, the 10 protons, 10 neutrons, 10 electrons. Okay. And what family is it in? Well, it has 8 balanced electrons, so we would expect to find it in family 8. And it's using 2 energy levels, 2 electrons on this first one, and then these 8. So it's on period 2. Okay. Now, how many dots would be in the dot diagram? 8 for the 8 balanced electrons, and we can go ahead and complete this dot diagram. Okay. Next thing you're asked to do is make this sodium. So we see the information that came from the periodic table. It tells us that sodium has an atomic number of 11 and a mass of 23. So the atomic number tells us the protons. And the number of positive protons is always equal to the number of negative electrons, so that's also 11. To find the number of neutrons, we take 23 minus 11, so we got 12 neutrons. And we're ready to make the model because we've identified all the parts. So we have 11 protons, which is 11 plus, and we have 12 neutrons, which is the 12N. Now our model should have 11 electrons. So we look up here. 2 of them can go on the first energy level, and that's full. The second energy level can have up to 8. 2 plus 8 is 10. We need to stop at 11. So we look, this third energy level can hold up to 8. But we only need one more. Okay? Now let's look at where neon and sodium are on the periodic table. Okay. We said sodium should be in family 1 because it has one valence electron. And it has 3 energy levels, so it should be on the third period. So let's go see where neon is if it's in family 8, period 2, and sodium, family 1, period 3. Well, here's sodium. It's in this first family, and here in the first column, it's on this third period. And neon is over here in family 8, so this is 8A. It's on the second period right there. It's in the second row. So it looks like we're doing this right. Now, we need to know how many dots in the dot diagram. Well, there should be one dot to represent that one valence electron. So we can go ahead and pop it in right there. Okay, now this chlorine tells us it has an atomic number of 17 and a mass of 35, so we know that it has 17 protons, and the protons and electrons are always the same, positive and negatives, because the atom is neutral. 35 minus 17 is 18 neutrons, so we can make our nucleus the 18 positive protons, so 17 positive protons, and the 18 neutrons. Okay, and then let's put our 17 electrons. Okay, so we know 2 can fit on the first energy level. When it's full, we can have up to 8 on the second energy level. And when it's full, we can have up to 8 here. We get 8. We only need 7. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 7 is 17. So we see we have 7 valence electrons, so we should be in family 7. And we see we have 3 energy levels, so it should be on period 3. And it has 7 valence electrons, and it's in family 7. And there should be 7 dots on the dot diagram. So we can go ahead, pop them in. Six, we're going in groups of 2. Okay. Now let's look. We said sodium is in family 7, period 3. So here it says family 7, it's 7A, and it's on this third row. First row is hydrogen and helium, and this is the second. This is the third period, so it's right where we predicted it would be. Okay, now oxygen has an atomic number of 8 and a mass of 16. We know it has 8 protons, and it has 8 electrons. The positives and negatives are always equal, and it has 8 neutrons. So we're going to put the 8 neutrons in the 8 protons in the nucleus, and then these 8 neutrons, and then the first energy level has 2 electrons. We only need to get to 8, so there's just 6 here. 6 valence electrons tell us this is in family 6. 2 energy levels tells us it's on period 2. Family 6 tells us it should have 6 dots in the dot diagram. We can go in and pop them in. The last one is this magnesium. It shows us it has an atomic number of 12, so it has 12 protons. 24 minus 12 is 12 neutrons. And we know it's going to have 12 electrons. So we're going to put our model, 12 protons in the nucleus. We got 12 neutrons. There's 2 electrons on the first energy level. And then there's 8 electrons on the next energy level. And there's 2. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So we know this will be in family 2. 3 energy levels tells us it's on period 3. We should have 2 2 dots on the dot diagram. Go in, pop them in. Let's look. Magnesium is in family 2, period 3. Okay, now I want to take a look at the Bohr Model Lab Activity. I'm going to go through a couple of these with you. First, I'd like to point out that there's a link to the periodic table right here. On this first one, we don't need this link because it gives us all the information we need right here. It shows us that hydrogen has an atomic number of 1 and it has a mass of 1. So we know that the atomic number of hydrogen, atomic number 1 equals the number of protons. We also know that that equals the number of electrons. To find the number of neutrons, we take the mass, which is 1, minus the atomic number of 1, and we have 0 neutron. And that's what you see I pre-filled out here in the nucleus. We have 1 proton with a positive, 1 neutron with a negative. There's 1 electron goes on the first energy level. A little pattern up here. There's 2 electrons on the first energy. When it's full, you go to the second energy level. When it's full, you go to the third energy level. When it's full, you go to this 2. When that's full, you come back to this 10, and then you go to this 6. Okay. We know that this 1 means there's going to be 1 dot in the dot diagram. 1 valence electron means it's in family 1, and 1 energy level means it's on period 1. Okay, I put a link so you can check the dot diagram. And when you click on that, it shows that there's 1 dot in the dot diagram. So we did that correctly. We're going to look for lithium on the periodic table, and I find it right here. And so let's zoom in because this will look a little small. Okay, lithium's right here. It has an atomic number of 3, and we're going to round this 6.941 off to 7. So we have an atomic number of 3, and a mass of 7. We know that the atomic number of 3 tells us the number of protons, and also tells us the number of negative electrons. To find the neutrons, we take 7 minus 3 is 4. We're going to fill in our nucleus with the 3 positive protons, the 4 neutral neutrons. Now we need to put all of these 3 electrons on this model. If we look up here at this chart, 2 can go on the first energy level, and then it's full. So we're going to put 2 minus here for the 2 electrons. And now we need a total of 3 electrons, so we still need to put 1 more. And we look up at the chart, it can have up to 8 electrons on this second energy level, and we only need 1, so we're good. I'm going to put that 1 minus there. The 1 valence electron tells us there'll be 1 dot in the dot diagram. The 1 dot in the dot diagram means that it's in the 1 valence electron, means it's in family 1. And we see that there are 2 energy levels, so this is on period 2. Now, we are doing sodium. We're going to look at that link to the periodic table. You see sodium right here has an atomic number of 11 and a mass of 23. So I'm going to put in the atomic number is 11, the symbol is Na, and the mass is 23. So we know that it has 11 protons. We also know that it will have 11 electrons. Find the neutrons. 23 minus 11 is 12. Now we can make our nucleus. We have 11 protons, we have 12 neutrons. We need a total of 11 electrons for our model. So we look up here at this pattern of how they go. 2 goes on the first energy level. So we're going to put 2 minus here for those 2 electrons. Then on the second energy level, we see we can have up to 8 electrons. We're going to put these 8 electrons right here, 8 minus. And then we need to get to a total of 11. So we have 2 plus 8 is 10. So we need a total of 11. So we'll look up here. We go to the third energy level, and it can have up to 8. So we only need 1 more. So there's plenty of room for that. So we'll stick that there. We have 1 valence electron, so we know there's 1 dot in the dot diagram. There's 1 valence electron, so we know we're going to find it in family 3. And we see that there's 3 energy levels, 1, 2, 3. So that tells us it'll be on period 3. And if we look at this periodic table, we see that it is in period 3 right here. And it is in family 1. And the next one they ask us to do is potassium. So we're going to look at the periodic table. I'm going to shut this tab. We're going to look at the periodic table. We see potassium is right here. It has an atomic number of 19, and it has a mass of 39. And I found this atomic number of 19, and it has a mass of 39, and its symbol is K. We know that it has 19 protons. Because it has 19 positives, it also has 19 negatives. To find the number of neutrons, we take 39 minus 19, so it would be 20. Now we have all the parts of this atom together, so we can fill out our nucleus. We know in the nucleus go protons and neutrons. So we're going to put the 19 plus, and we're going to put the 20, and we know that there's 2 electrons can go on the first energy level, and we already discovered that 8 can go on the second energy level. And then, we don't remember, that 8 can go on the third energy level. So we have these 8 here. And when it's full, we go out to this 2. So let's count how many we got. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 8 is 18. So we only need 1 more right here, and that's our total of 19. 1 valence electron means there's 1 dot in the dot diagram. 1 valence electron means that it would be in family 1. The 4 energy levels means we find this on period 4. And if you're not sure, like I showed you before, you can check this dot diagram. We should see the K. It's 1 dot. It says, look carefully at the Bohr models A, B, C, and D. A, B, D. What do they all have in common? They all have 1 valence electron. 1 valence electron, 1 valence electron, 1 valence electron, 1 valence electron. If we look where these elements are on the periodic table, they're all here in family 1. Lithium, hydrogen is in period 1, lithium is on period 2, sodium is on period 3, and potassium is on period 4, just like we have them in here. So I think we're ready to finish. And let's see how we did. Now, you notice it didn't get so a 10 out of 10 because it can't really grade these dot diagrams. So that's why I gave you links to the right answer. Okay, so now you're going to continue on and make the Bohr models on the next 2 pages, and then we'll take a look at this next time.